Go.
Okay, Carter, I have been over at the Council building since Britain triggered Article 50, the notification that it was formally leaving the EU. As we all know, people in the north of Ireland voted overwhelmingly to remain within the EU, and since that referendum, Sinn Féin, led by Martin McGuinness, went on a diplomatic offensive, and we have been calling for designated special status for the north to remain within the EU, and we produced this document, and we literally shared it with hundreds of people here across the European Parliament and further afield, so people understood what it is we were looking for. Today, the Withdrawal Agreement has got a backstop in it, and that backstop contains some of what we were arguing for the special status, but not everything. The European Parliament voted overwhelmingly for the North to stay in the Custom Union and the Single Market if Britain pulls out of it. So what we have is a backstop that makes sure that there's some kind of alignment across the island of Ireland and protects to some degree the Good Friday Agreement. Sinn Féin, we have produced more legal advice. Legal advice to show this is legally possible and permissible, legal advice to show that the scrapping of the Charter of Fundamental Rights was going to do damage in Ireland, legal advice to show that Britain's intention to repeal the Human Rights Act, which is the passport into the European Convention of Human Rights, is against the Good Friday Agreement. And in all of that, we've also produced for people here, for MEPs primarily, but for others, so that they understood what the Good Friday Agreement was in all of its parts. What we have today is a type of special status, but it doesn't protect the Good Friday Agreement in all of its parts, because what we were told by An Taoiseach and An Taoiseach and the EU in December of last year, when they promised us we had cast iron guarantees, we were told that we in the north of Ireland, who are Irish citizens, will be able to enjoy and access and exercise our rights where we reside in Northern Ireland. Well, I can tell you that wording, where we reside in the north, has been removed from the Withdrawal Agreement text. So when you couple that with the fact that Fine Gael voted against an amendment that was put through by TD David Cullinan last week to preserve and protect and uphold and vindicate the rights as was agreed in December, and Fine Gael voted against that, then you can understand there are deep, genuine concerns in the north about whether the rights that we have, whether they will be upheld or are they being put into the bin. And the lid in that bin is that the Court of Justice, the EU Court of Justice, we are being told that for goods, that they will have the jurisdiction over that, but for people, that they will not. So we'll have a situation that, for instance, a washing machine, a tumble dryer, those white goods will have more legal protection than the people in the north who will be using them. So you can rest assured that Sinn Féin in the European Parliament, that we will be doing our utmost, despite the fact that in the north of Ireland, that the only MEP that has been standing up and fighting for the people who voted overwhelmingly to remain, and the growing number of people who have since come to that point, is being chucked out in March of this year, that we will not take our foot off the pedal, because 50 years on, after the Civil Rights Campaign for one man, one vote, our democratic rights, our workers' rights, consumer rights, the rights of students to work and study abroad, the rights of people with qualifications to have them recognised, we will be the people who will stand up for you all. So rest assured, despite whatever happens to me, I'm irrelevant, that we have a team, Sinn Féin, in the European Parliament, and collectively we will be working together, and we will stand up and protect your rights.